Yo, welcome to Yard Vibes TV. You done know. It's your boy Michael is the host. Please like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. On this channel, we bring sports, entertainment. We bring it all. Alright? You done know. Big man thing. Peace and love. What's going on, Yard Vibes TV? It's your boy Michael here, back with another one. Hope y'all ready. So much going down right now. I'm sure everybody watched that. I'm not even gonna go there first. Let's start with some sports. The NHL, first major sports to crown as champion. Congrats to the Tampa Bay Lightning, even though I'm a Rangers fan. But, you know, in this pandemic, anyone right now can be a champion. Next thing you know, we're going to see the New York Jets or the Giants win the Super Bowl. I'm a Giants fan. But, man, this pandemic has just been showing us some things that we ain't never thought that we would see. But, yeah, man. So, yeah, let's jump right into it. Tampa Bay Lightning, champions. Congrats. Can't be a hater. You can only, appreciate. You can't hate. You got to appreciate. A lot of times people will say that I'm hating because I say certain things about LeBron James and they take that as hate. I have no hate towards LeBron. I freaking love that man as far as what he's doing for the sport of basketball and for humanity, the things that he has done off the court. The only problem that I've always had with LeBron is what I've had with any superstar. If you are the focal point of your team and you then say, yo, I'm about to go join up with other superstars, I find fault in that. That's just me personally. You can call me old school or whatever, but if you're not building your team through the draft, and then like for instance, you look at the Golden State Warriors, they built that team. Mark Jackson helped recruit that team through the draft with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. And they won championship, and they lost a championship. And then all of a sudden, KD decided that he wanted to go join that squad. That to me, big KD fan, think he's one of the best players in the league, one of the best players to ever play, and one of the best players to be playing. But it's the same thing with LeBron. I'm going to fault that too, because when he left Cleveland to go to Miami to join up with Wade and Bosh and Ray Allen, I was like, yo, that's a B move. Bitch move. But people want to say that's hate. I'm like, that's not hate, that's just how I feel. Growing up a Lakers fan, I'm always going to cheer for my Lakers. It was kind of weird seeing LeBron in the purple and gold, but I'm a Laker fan, so I'm going to cheer. But that doesn't mean that I'm automatically now a LeBron super fan like some of these guys out here. Never that. Kobe is my favorite player of all time. The Lakers just happen to be my favorite player also of all time. If y'all don't know my back history, I'm from Jamaica. That's why the thing is called Yard Vibes. You don't know Yard Vibes. When I first came to the States, the first game that I seen was the Lakers versus the Knicks. And I told myself from that day moving forward, whoever wins this game is a team that I'm going to cheer for. And that was in 96. And I chose the Lakers because the Lakers beat the Knicks. But it sucked because I didn't know that Patrick Ewing at the time was Jamaican. So I would have been cheering for the Knicks. But it is what it is. The Lakers and the Heat start tonight. NBA Finals begin. Hopefully it's a long series. I want the Lakers to win, but I just want a long series because I want to enjoy it. I don't want it to be a 4-0 sweep or a gentleman's sweep 4-1. 7 games, 6 games, I'll be happy. Crown a champs being the Lakers. Rest in peace to the great one, Kobe Bean Bryant, because he would sure be happy to see them win this chip. But I get a lot of slack for whenever I talk about LeBron James. People automatically say that's hate. I'm like, that doesn't make me a hater because I'm not a super fan. Like, I was never a Michael Jordan fan, but I understood, and I still understand, that Michael is the best player. People want to say that's LeBron James. Go figure. But it is what it is. I can sit here and I can break it down for you guys to understand why I feel Michael has solidified himself as the GOAT. You have other players like Kareem, who you can throw in there. Magic, you can throw in there. Kobe, you can throw in there. LeBron, you can throw in there. All of these other players you can throw in the loop. But to me, Bill Russell, you can throw in there. Oscar Robertson. Dr. J was like, so you have all these players you can throw in that bubble, NBA bubble. You got it. But you got all these players you can throw into that bubble. But to me, the one that stands on top of the bubble is Michael Jordan. And there's I don't see anyone ever eclipsing Michael. LeBron had his chance, he let that slip. Kobe had his chance, he let that slip. Now let's see who's the next person that's going to come in and try to take that throne. Because to me, Michael is Michael. Michael has made it known that I am the GOAT. It is what it is. Like, you guys was having me. That doesn't mean that LeBron can't be number 2 or number 3, and that's not good. People just want him to be number 1. It's like, if he's not number 1, then automatically people like Kendrick Perkins is like, oh, that's hate. It's not hate. It's just what it is. But, oh man, so the NFL has its first scare with the COVID situation. So let's see how that works out for the Tennessee Titans. I forgot who they're supposed to be playing, but the Tennessee Titans, I think they shut down their locker room, their training facility, and everything of the sort. So let's see how that works out. Hopefully it doesn't, it's not a continuing thing. Hopefully they be able to nip it in the butt and be able to continue, because I'm glad football is back. Loving it. First couple of weeks has been amazing so far. I would hate for it to take a pause. But I think, if me personally, if I was Roger Goodell, the commissioner, I would have made a bubble with the football league. They could have done something similar to what the NBA has done. They could have put all the teams in a very close-knit area. They could have kept all of them on the West Coast, or all of them on the East Coast, or all of them in the South. They could have done that. Because you have the Houston Texans, you have the Dallas Cowboys, and then right next door you have the Miami Dolphins, and you got Tampa Bay, and you got the Jacksonville Jaguars. So you got 5 arenas you can use within a close-knit area, and you could have kept everything close, but they're going about it this route. Hopefully, like I said, this is just a scare. It's nothing to really just be fearful of. It's just a scare you a little bit, and boom, then jump right back on it. So hopefully that's what's going to go down with that. Oh man, so let's get to the main topic. Did anyone happen to catch that shit show of a debate between Donald Duck and Mighty Joe last night? I don't know what was going on. Donald Trump calling people crackhead and all sorts of... I'm just like, bro. But this is what America voted for. This is what they voted for. But, you made the bed, now you got to sleep with it. And I'm sure you're going to have your Trump supporters are going to say, oh, he didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't say anything wrong. Then talking about someone's son and this, that, and the third. It's like, oh... But people are always saying, oh, they're trying to bully Trump, or they're trying to, really look at, I only watched 2 minutes of it, a couple of minutes here and there, and it was a shit show. It wasn't a debate. It was a pure shit show. So me personally, I don't give a damn about either one of them. To me, America needs to just take a time out from the presidency and just take a 4-year vacation and, just weigh their options and just say, for the next 4 years, we don't need a president. We just need to relax for 4 years and See who's out there. Just date a little bit. Go out there. Oh, we don't like you. They need to do that because right now, with these two idiots going back and forth at each other, no wonder why the rest of the world is laughing at America. Because look who's currently leading, and I'm not 100% sold on Joe Biden. So it's one of those things. It's like, bro, you get which devil are you going to side with? And that's really what this debate has really turned out to be. It's like, which devil are you going to side with? But yeah, man. So that was a real that was just pure trash. It was hot trash. It makes sense why people around the world is talking a lot of shit about America right now because that was pure trash. Why is it so hard for black men to talk about mental issues? A lot of people are not going to like what I'm about to say, but I'm about to say it anyway. For 400 years, black people was enslaved. They were mentally enslaved, physically enslaved. And then finally, we so-called became free. And then there was, the Jim Crow, and then there was segregation, and there was the crack epidemic, which was planted by you-know-who. So, people got to understand that if you enslave a people for 400 plus years, and then generation after generation after generation, that's going to be passed down. Some mental issues going to be passed down. So a lot of times people want to talk about, black and black crime and this, that, and the third. It's like, there's no such thing as black and black crime because white people kill white people. Asians kill Asians. Like, everyone of their same race have killed each other. But white America and the rest of the world, really white America created this notion that there's this thing called black and black crime, which is freaking retarded. And then you have these other idiot black people going, what about like Candace Owens, another idiot, black and black crime. Like, no, there's no such thing as black and black crime because there's been more white people that's been killing each other longer than black people have been killing each other. So that shit to me is stupid. But mental issue, to me, is something that has been passed down from generation. And I don't even think it's like a mental issue. I think it's a pride. Black men doesn't really like to open up and express themselves. Like Paul George was saying that he was going through some mental situation, and that was like a shocker to everyone, hearing that from someone of a high profile athlete saying that they was going through this. It was a shocker. But, like I said, being black is one of those things where you are viewed a certain way. And if you show any inkling of weakness, all of a sudden, you are being talked to differently, you're being treated differently. So I think really that's what it comes down to. I think it's more pride for black men to want to express that feeling. But it's something that I feel we have to work on, even if you don't want to necessarily go to a shrink per se, but you got to have that person or that place where you can go to and just, if you need to scream or run or whatever it is. Like for me, it's always going to the basketball court. I can go shoot some hoop and I can feel good about it. I can go kick around my football. Again, football for me is what you people call soccer ball. So I call it football. But to me, that's what you need, that outlet to be able to just be angry and just let all that emotion out and feel those chains and shackles just let free. So, like I said, I think it's just one of those things where black men are just, it's a pride thing with black men. It's pride more so than mental. I think it's pride. But we have to work on that. We really do. MLB postseason is in a swing. My Yankees started out wonderful yesterday, beating the Cleveland Indians. I was loving it. Hopefully they can finish it out tonight. That would be awesome. I haven't seen the Yankees in the World Series in a while, so it's time for us to get back on that high horse. Pinstripe need to be back up on top again. That would be wonderful. Tyson and Roy Jones. So Roy Jones said, "Bro, I don't know if I made the right choice by trying to fight Mike Tyson." Now, we all know this as viewers that was not a right decision. Like, who wakes up in the morning, let me go fight a grizzly bear. Let me go fight a silverback. Like, that's what you're fighting in Mike Tyson. That man is a monster in the ring. And the only reason why I felt Mike Tyson lost any of his fights is because of his distractions that he was having outside of the ring. To me, Mike Tyson could have been undefeated all the way, but he had a lot of distractions outside of the ring that kind of threw him off. But man, Roy Jones, that's something you should have really thought about. I wouldn't even think of that, bro. There's no money in the world you can pay me to say, yo, I'm gonna give you some money to go fight Mike Tyson. The only way I do that, unless I'm allowed to bring a couple of baseball bats, something to help me. Cause me going, I'm 6'3.5", 225. Mike Tyson's probably what, 5'10", 230. So if me being 6'3", close to 6'4", is telling you that I'm not about to fight this man, and Roy Jones think because he's a professional boxer, bro, you done lost your mind. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. That's a black man with mental issues. Like, bro, like, there's no way in hell. Oh, man. So, it has been nice having this podcast, man. I love it. I want my followers, man. I want you guys to engage with me. I gave you my email last time. My email, like I stated before, I'll repeat it again so I don't state the wrong way. It's michaelriddims@gmail.com. I'm going to post it on the video so you guys see it. You guys can follow me on Yadvice TV on YouTube so you can see my visual. For a lot of the stuff that gets cut out of the videos, you can listen on the podcast. It's on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts, it's on Anchor Podcasts. Any podcast that you listen to, you can listen to me. Let me know. I'm going to have a phone number where you guys can call in soon and we can debate back and forth and let me know how you guys feel. But yeah, man, let's grow together. Y'all stay blessed, never stress. You don't know. Y'all vibes.